Hello all, welcome to my session. Welcome to Unacademy UPSC Articulate program. I am Shilpa Nagaraju. I'll take you through one year current affairs on culture, art and culture. So before we start the class, please press the bell button for further notification and subscriptions. Like and share the video and also comment for the questions I ask. So these are the let's have a look at what's happening at Unacademy platform. So they have 80 tests every year, the Practice Till You Crack It program, where this is the India's most comprehensive UPSC test series. You get 80 tests every year with 50 prelims tests and 30 mains tests. This has 20 full length tests, 12 sectional tests and 18 topic wise tests. It is worth rupees 30,000 and it comes free with 1 year subscription and onwards. It is curated by top educators and the analysis is done by top educators. It is curated as per the changing UPSC pattern and you can compete with the best in India. So the offer ends on 30th June. Please note the test will be uploaded from 4th July onwards. It's valid only on Iconic Combo and GS offers. So there is one subscription to Crack It All program. This is a big time save on your combo. Here for GS Plus optional combo or Iconic GS Plus optional combo, you get 25% off with the optional and 10% using my referral code. My referral code is Shilpa and 10 and you can use it for any subscription. You will get 10% off if you use my referral code, that is Shilpa and 10. Please note, 1 year subscription will be valid till Mains 2022. 2 year subscription will be valid till Mains 2023 and it is applied on 1 year and above subscription. Hurry up and get your subscription now. Weekly one-on-one personal mentoring program is starting from June 30th. The coach allotment is done on first come first serve basis. This is valid for subscription of 2 years Iconic and above. The offer is lasting on 23rd June. There are limited seats of 100 only. Daily in-person doubt-solving sessions will happen here with monthly AMA sessions with the top educators. UPSC interview-attended coaches will be guiding you and this is a community of high potential aspirants. Look at the mentors here who have already attended UPSC interview. You have a UPSC CSE Maha subscription offer where you get extended subscription. 1 year plan will be valid till Mains 2022. 2 year plan is valid till Mains 2023 and you can apply the code Shilpa and 10. Last few days are left, so hurry up and subscribe it. If you have any financial issues, you can avail loan for UPSC preparation on Unacademy. This has 0 processing fee, 0% interest rate. Approval will be just in 2 hours with no hidden charges, minimal paperwork and flexible tenures. You can click here loan for UPSC in Unacademy platform and you can check out for the loans. So UPSC CSE Ultimate Surprise is happening with 20 books which is created by best UPSC experts. These books are worth rupees 10,000 and it comes free with 1 year subscription and onwards. It has 100% syllabus completion, high structured for ease of learning and it is created by the best UPSC experts. Previous year questions are included here and it is updated with current affairs. So every Sunday at 11 AM you have an Unacademy Combat Scholarship Test. This is a formula for success in UPSC CSE. So you can win scholarships worth rupees 4 crore from this scholarship test. You can answer 60 questions in 60 minutes and this comes free live with your Android app. The test is in both Hindi and English. You can enroll now using my code, that is Shilpa and 10. So there are new batches which is starting for UPSC CSE 21, 22 and 23 aspirants. This is starting from June 23rd. 1 year batches for UPSC CSE is also starting from 23rd June. Also 2 year batches are starting. So Phoenix revision batches for UPSC CSE starting from 23rd June. So please don't miss this batches because they have given great offers here. Iconic Plus program comes with personal guidance, study planner, study material and experts guidelines with test analysis. These are live classes with weekly tests, structured courses and unlimited access. So you have two types of subscription. One is plus subscription, the other one is iconic subscription. Check out which is good for you. You also have UPSC CSE optional combo, so pick a plan which is good for you and crack the exams. So let's crack it with Unacademy. So let's begin today's class. So the first question or the first topic is on Punnapara Vayalar revolt. So this is on Punnapara Vayalar revolt. This is in news. So I have chosen this topic for our session. So let's see what it is. They've asked about correct statement. It was an organized working class uprising in the princely state of Madras, British India. Look at the statement. It is an organized working class uprising in the princely state of Madras, which was British India. This was not in Madras, but it was in Travancore. The princely state of Travancore, which is modern day Kerala. So this is wrong, but other words are correct. It was an organized working class uprising. Working class log uprise किए थे, and it was an organized uprising. The second statement says it saw the people of all classes up in the arms against a common tyrant. Hence it dissolved class and religion distinction and inducted unity among the people. So here we already saw in the first statement it was an organized working class uprising. Here it saw the people of all classes up in the arms against a common tyrant. Hence it dissolved class and religion distinction and it induced unity among the people. So this is correct statement. The third statement says T.K. Varghese Vaidyan, he was the leader of the struggle. He had gone on record saying it was a rehearsal for a larger revolution with the ultimate objective of establishing a communist India. So Kerala, even now there is a lot of communist waves. So he had said, on record he said, this is just a rehearsal of a larger revolution and the ultimate objective was to establish a communist India. So this was the object of Punnapara Vayalar revolt. It is mainly organized by the working class and they wanted India में democracy नहीं but communism इधर चाहिए करके they had started this revolt. The working class people mainly had started this revolt. So here the leader of the revolt, that is T.K. Varghese Vaidyan, he had said this Punnapara Vayalar revolt was just a rehearsal for a larger revolution with the ultimate objective of establishing a communist India. तो ये लोग इंडिया में Travancore में थे और they wanted communist India and democracy नहीं चाहते थे ये लोग. And this is an organized working class uprising in the princely state of Travancore of British India. So the correct answer here goes with 2 and 3, that is B. So let's see about this uprising or a revolt. The Punnapara Vayalar killings, which happened in October 1946. This happened in October 1946. It was a militant communist movement. Militant and communist movement. It happened in October 1946. It was a militant and communist movement in the princely state of Travancore, British India, against the Prime Minister C.P. Ramaswamy Iyer and the state. So during this time there was a Prime Minister in this princely state of Travancore and the Prime Minister was C.P. Ramaswamy Iyer. So this militant communist movement was against this Prime Minister of the princely state of Travancore. It happened in October 1946. This was an organized working class uprising in the princely state of Travancore against the Prime Minister. The ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ द रिवोल्ट, या रिवोल्ट का ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या था? सिंपली दे विल नॉट गो फॉर अ रिवोल्ट, है ना, इट्स अ वेरी लार्ज स्केल इवेंट, सो ऐसे ही रिवोल्ट में नहीं जाते हैं। तो ऑब्जेक्टिव्स क्या था इस रिवोल्ट में? To overthrow the exploitative Diwan of Travancore. They wanted to overthrow the exploitative Diwan of the princely state of Travancore. Please remember, अगर मान लो कि southern states I am saying कि there was either Bombay state and Mysore state and Madras state and Travancore state, हर एक स्टेट में, यू नो, इट्स अ ब्रिटिश प्रिंसली स्टेट, बस हर एक स्टेट में एक दीवान होता था जो मैनेजमेंट, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन सब देखते थे, उनका बहुत पावर होता था। हर एक प्रिंसली स्टेट्स में एक दीवान होते थे। इवन आर द मोस्ट जीनियस सर एम विश्वेश्वरैया, ही वाज आल्सो अ दीवान। सो ऐसे ही बहुत पावरफुल होते थे ये लोग। Administrative and all machinery, like administrative machinery was under this divans. So ऐसे ही एक दीवान था in the princely state of Travancore, and ये बहुत exploitative था. So people were against him, especially the working class were against him, and they wanted to overthrow this exploitative divan of Travancore. Second objective was to liberate the working class from unjust taxation, exploitation of the establishment. देखिए, even now we the working class are the major taxpayers of the society. Don't you think so? So उस टाइम में जो भी दीवान था, he was imposing a lot of taxes and also exploiting this working class. So they felt they are being oppressed, but the richer ones are becoming richer and these people are struggling so much. So they wanted to liberate themselves from unjust taxation and exploitation of the establishment. These two were the objective. One is to overthrow the exploitative divan of the Travancore. Second is to liberate the working class from unjust taxation and exploitation of the establishment. So ये दोनों objective था ये पुन्नापुरा वायलार revolt का. So what is the significances of this revolt? It was a unique agitation where the working class rose against the government. The working class rose against the government here because they felt they were exploited and they were paying a lot of taxes, but these rich men used to enjoy their hard work, their hard earned money or hard earned produce. So they wanted to go against the government. It saw the people of all classes up in arms against a common tyrant. Hence, it dissolved class, religion, distinction and induced unity among the people. It was unique because all the working class, they forgot whatever religion they were, whatever caste they are, upper, lower, nothing mattered. They just wanted to eradicate this exploitative divan of Travancore and they wanted to free themselves from this unjust taxation and exploitation. So there was kind of unity among them because they thought they are all working classes. There came no caste, there came no religion, nothing came there. They were united as working class. It resulted in establishing democracy in the region and also gave a decisive turn to the politics of the state. So resulted in establishing democracy in the region and also gave a decisive turn to the politics of the state. They wanted a communist state, but they established democracy here. It was actually a decisive turn to the politics of the state of Travancore or Kerala in general. So these were we saw when did it happen, who were involved and what were the objectives of the revolt and what is the significance of this revolt. A report. Now, why it was in news? A report to the Indian Council of Historical Research. आप सबको पता है ICHR, Indian Council for Historical Research, has suggested dropping the communist martyrs of Punnapura Vayalar Karivelur and Kavumbai agitations from the list of martyrs of India's independence struggle. So ये Indian Council of Historical Research ने suggest किया है, तो ये पुन्नाप्रा वायलार का जो भी कम्युनिस्ट लीडर्स थे, वर्किंग क्लासेस पीपल थे, उनको लिस्ट ऑफ मार्टियर्स ऑफ इंडियाज फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल से हटा दीजिए. So this was the suggestion given by Indian Council of for Historical Research. They suggested dropping these communist martyrs of Punnapra Vailar from the list of martyrs of India's independence struggle. Now, why did they say you have to remove them? These communist agitations cannot be counted as a part of independence movement as they took place after the interim government led by Jawaharlal Nehru assumed office. The explanation here is, the explanation ICHR gives is, see, you cannot count this as part of India's freedom struggle because it happened in, देखो, अक्टूबर 1946 में हुआ था, पर उसके पहले ही इंटरिम गवर्नमेंट अंडर द प्राइम मिनिस्टरशिप ऑफ जवाहरलाल नेहरू हैड ऑलरेडी बीन फॉर्म्ड. तो अभी इंडिपेंडेंस मूवमेंट का क्या चालू है इधर? सो दे वर नॉट द फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल, फ्रीडम फाइटर्स इज द सजेशन ऑफ दिस ICHR. सो अक्टूबर 1946 के अंदर ये इंटरिम गवर्नमेंट वाज ऑलरेडी फॉर्म्ड. सो this cannot be the part of independence movement at all. It's this suggestion. These riots were basically against the interim government. So this was not against the Britishers in a whole, but they had protested against the interim government. So ये freedom struggle कैसे होगा? क्योंकि ये ब्रिटिश लोगों के खिलाफ नहीं लड़े हैं, पर अपने लोगों के खिलाफ, वो भी इंटरिम गवर्नमेंट के खिलाफ लड़े हैं. तो ये फ्रीडम और इंडिपेंडेंस स्ट्रगल में नहीं आता है. Historians maintain this was a proper struggle against the declaration of independent Travancore by the then Travancore. T.K. Verghese Vaidyan, a leader of this struggle, had also told that it is a rehearsal for a larger revolution with the ultimate objective of establishing a communist India. But there are other sources which say it was a proper struggle, organized struggle. They wanted to declare independent Travancore by the then Travancore. तो फिर भी ICHR has said or suggested please drop it from the martyr list of martyrs of India's freedom struggle, क्योंकि ये लोग लड़े हैं अपने ही देश के लोगों के साथ and they did not fight against the British people for independence. So this is what this is the leader. He is the leader of the this Punnapra Vailar revolt, and his name is Verghese Vaidyan. There's a statue installed in that region to remember about this revolt. So please remember about this Punnapra Vailar killings. It happened in the princely state of Travancore against the Prime Minister C.P. Ramaswamy Iyer, or the Diwan of the princely state of Travancore. It was actually an organized working class uprising in the princely state of Travancore against the Diwan. There were two objectives. One is to overthrow the exploitative Diwan of the Travancore region or the Travancore state, and also to liberate the working class who were actually facing the unjust taxation and exploitation of the establishment. The significance were three. Mainly, it was a unique agitation where working class could not tolerate this exploitation and they rose against the government. This was one. Second thing is, here all of them united and they felt the sense of unity irrespective of their caste differences, religion differences. Nothing came into their mind, and they took to arms and they wanted to protest and they want to kill all these oppressive people. So it finally resulted in establishing democracy in the region, that is Travancore region, and it also gave a decisive turn to the politics of the state. So now it was a news because ICHR, or the Indian Council for Historical Research, has suggested dropping the communist martyrs of Punnapra Vailar revolt from the list of martyrs of India's independence struggle. The reason is अक्टूबर 1946 में ये हुआ था, पर उसके पहले ही इंडिया में इंटरिम गवर्नमेंट अंडर द प्राइम मिनिस्टरशिप ऑफ जवाहरलाल नेहरू was already established, despite others arguing that this was against the declaration of independent Travancore by the then Travancore. The historians are saying please drop them. क्योंकि ये लोग अपने ही देशवासियों के साथ खिलाफ लड़े हैं एंड दे हैव नॉट फॉट अगेंस्ट द ब्रिटिश इंडिया फॉर द इंडिपेंडेंस. So ये है पुन्नापुरा वायलार का revolt. The leader of the struggle, T.K. Varghese Vaidyan, had said on record that it was a rehearsal for a larger revolution with the ultimate objective of establishing a communist India. So ये लोग चाहते थे कि डेमोक्रेसी को हटा के इधर कम्युनिस्ट इंडिया बनाने के लिए चाहते थे. So this is about the first topic. So let's go to the next topic. ये बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है आपके यूपीएससी के हिसाब से. सो दिस इज अबाउट द पार्लियामेंट ऑफ वर्ल्ड्स रीजन्स. अगर आप कोई भी आपसे पूछेंगे कि पार्लियामेंट ऑफ वर्ल्ड्स रिलीजन्स, आपके सामने एक नाम आता है, वो है स्वामी विवेकानंदा जी. क्योंकि he had created such an aura in this Parliament of World's Religions, which made the entire world to see Hinduism or the religion of Hindu in such a great high esteem. So everything is contributed to Swami Vivekananda ji, who had represented Hinduism in the Parliament of World Religions. So the question is about this parliament and they've asked for correct statement here. The Parliament of World's Religions held for the first time in 1893. Yes, it is absolutely correct. It was held in New York. New York में नहीं हुआ था. ये wrong statement है. Swami Vivekananda, he addressed the audience first on September 11, followed by the closing speech on September 27th. आप सबको बहुत फेमस है ये स्पीच बाय स्वामी विवेकानंदा जी. So it happened, he addressed the audience first on September 11 and followed by the closing speech on September 27. So the correct answer is 1 and 3, that is option C. So please remember, this is 127th anniversary of Swami Vivekananda's speech in Chicago. It was not in New York, but it was in Chicago. So this is 127th anniversary of Swami Vivekananda's speech in Chicago. The Parliament of World's Religions was held first time in 1893 from September 11 to September 27. It saw eminent personalities from around the world at the same forum. So it was such a big forum where they invited personalities, eminent personalities from all over the world. Just imagine Swami Vivekananda. We consider him as a hero of modern India, a representation of modern India. उन्होंने उधर गए हैं. So बहुत eminent लोग उधर participate किए थे at the same forum. Swami Vivekananda addressed the audience first on September 11. He also did a closing speech on September 27. He stressed upon the world harmony. See, all religions support world harmony. No one says like hate other religion or kill others. Nothing is being propagated by such values by any religion. Every religion stresses on world harmony. How religions, while coexisting with one another, must preserve its individuality and grow according to its own law of growth. वही है, वही टॉलरेंस होता है. देखिए, आप जो भी रिलीजन कोएग्जिस्ट हो, उनके साथ टॉलरेंस होना चाहिए और अपना इंडिविजुअलिटी हमको नहीं खोना है. आप सीखो, टॉलरेट करो, पर अपना इंडिविजुअलिटी मत खो. यही उनके स्पीच में था. There have been several meetings referred to as Parliament of World's Religions, but the first being World's Parliament of Religions in 1893 in Chicago, which was the attempt to create a global dialogue of faiths. The event was celebrated by another conference on its centenary in 1993. For so far, 6 international modern parliaments have been hosted. But Vivekananda ji's speech, it became electrifying and it was widespread all over the world during those days. Even today we get goosebumps when we hear such electrifying speech by Swami Vivekananda ji in the World Parliament of Religions in 1893 in Chicago. So an organization was incorporated in 1988 to carry out the tradition of the Parliament of the World Religions by marking the centennial of the first Parliament. The Council for the Parliament of World Religions is headquartered in Chicago, where the first conference or the first Parliament happened. Its board of trustees are elected from various faith communities. Now, who were the eminent people who participated in the first conference which happened in 1893 in Chicago? अब हमने कहा है कि बहुत eminent लोग और eminent personalities have come over here in this first world's Parliament of World Religion. तो हमको बोलना है कि कौन थे इधर? Jain preacher Virchand Gandhi, Buddhist preacher Angarika Dharmapala, Shoin Shaku. He is the first American ancestor of Zen Buddhism. Swami Vivekananda represented Hinduism. Christianity was represented by G. Bonnet Murray. Islam was represented by Muhammad Alexander Russell Webb. Theism or Brahmo Samaj was represented by प्रताप चंद्र मजूमदार. हमने ब्राह्मो समाज की फिलॉसफी के बारे में और ब्राह्मो समाज का जो भी आचरण होते हैं उसके बारे में बहुत लेक्चर दिए हैं in my previous classes. Please check out that. And the Samaj has done a lot of work, a lot of commendable social reforms in the British Empire time, and this theism or the Brahmo Samaj was represented by Pratap Chandra Majumdar. The Theosophical Society was represented by the Vice President of the Society, William Kuan Judge, and activist Annie Besant. Annie Besant के नाम तो आप सब सुने हैं, है ना? So ये एनी बेसेंट जी, वीर चंद गांधी, अंगारिका धर्मपाला, and Soyan Shaku, and our own Swami Vivekananda ji, and Brahmo Samaj के philosophy के बारे में Pratap Chandra Majumdar, all of them had participated in this great Parliament of the World's Religion, which we celebrate Vivekananda ji's speech even today, has happened in 1893 in Chicago. So look at here, representation from India and other religions. So this is about Parliament of World Religions. It happened, it was in news because it was 127th anniversary of Swami Vivekananda's speech in Chicago in the Parliament of World Religions, and it happened first time in 1893 between September 11 and September 21, and saw eminent personalities from the world and the same forum. So here Swami Vivekananda ji told he wanted world harmony and coexistence of all religions, but maintain the individuality of your own. So this was about the speech, and I told you about the participants. Jains by Veer Chand Gandhi, Buddhists by Angarika Dharmapala, Shoyan Shaku was the first American ancestor of Zen, Swami Vivekananda for Hinduism, and Christianity by G. Bonnet Murray. Islam was by Muhammad Alexander Russell Webb, and Brahmo Samaj was represented by Pratap Chandra Majumdar. Theosophical Society was represented by the Vice President of the Society, none other than William Kuan Judge, and activist Annie Besant. So this is the picture from this World Parliament of Religions. So next question or the topic is about a Gnanapith awardee. In my previous art and culture class, I had spoken about who gives this Gnanapith award. So here we are talking about one Gnanapith awardee. His name is Vishwanatha Satyanarayana. Vishwanatha Satyanarayana was in news. So the question is about Vishwanatha Satyanarayana, and they have asked for correct statement. He is the first writer to impart true Tamilness to Ramayana. Actually, he imparted true Telugu-ness to the Ramayana, not Tamilness. is not Tamil, it is true Telugu-ness to Ramayana. तो ये wrong है. Ramayana Kalpavriksham, the seminal work of Sri Vishwanatha, had fetched him the prestigious Gnanapita Award. So ये पुस्तक के लिए this work, the seminal work of Ramayana Kalpavriksham of Sri Vishwanatha had fetched him the prestigious Gnanapita Award. Through his work, he had highlighted the importance of imparting learning in the mother tongue, preserving culture and protecting nature. So through his works, he had imparted or highlighted the importance of imparting education in mother tongue, preserving its own culture and preserving the nature, the conservation of nature. तो ये सब उनके work में reflect होता है. So he was the one first writer to impart a true Telugu-ness to the Ramayana, and his book or seminal work is Ramayana Kalpavriksham. Through his work, he has highlighted the importance of imparting learning in mother tongue, preserving the culture and protection of nature. So these three are very, very important. So 2 and 3 are the correct statements. So yes, he had written all these things. I have spoken all these 3 points here. Vishwanatha's literary canvas was largely comprising novels, critical works, poems, epics, plays, songs and verses among the others. Please remember about him. Shri Vishwanatha Satyanarayana. A prolific writer, Telugu writer, he has won the famous or incredible Gnanapita Award. So next topic is about National School of Drama. अब सब लोग National School of Drama के बारे में कुछ सुने होंगे. So this question or the topic is about this National School of Drama, and they've asked for incorrect statement. The first statement is it's an autonomous organization under the Ministry of Culture. Yes, it is under the Ministry of Culture. It is an autonomous organization. It has set up the Sangeet Natak Academy. नहीं, ये तो उल्टा है. संगीत नाटक एकेडमी ने ये नेशनल स्कूल ऑफ ड्रामा को सेटअप और एस्टैब्लिश किए थे. बाद में ये नेशनल स्कूल ऑफ ड्रामा बिकेम एन इंडिपेंडेंट ऑटोनमस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, पर इसका एस्टैब्लिशमेंट वाज डन बाय संगीत नाटक एकेडमी. तो ये है incorrect statement. It is a deemed university. Actually, it was a deemed university, but it was revoked. So this is also wrong. So since the question has asked to identify which statements are incorrect, तो ये है 2 and 3. 2 and 3 are the incorrect statements. Now why this was in news? Please understand, ये National School of Drama is an autonomous organization under Ministry of Culture. संगीत नाटक एकेडमी ने National School of Drama को establish किए थे, पर later it became an independent organization of its own, and it was a deemed university, but the status was revoked later. Let's see why it was in news. Paresh Rawal, who is an actor and former BJP MP, has been appointed the chairperson of National School of Drama by President Ramnath Kovind. अभी ये न्यूज़ में क्यों थे? क्योंकि परेश रावल जी को चेयरपर्सन ऑफ नेशनल स्कूल ऑफ ड्रामा सोसाइटी अपॉइंट किए गए हैं बाय प्रेसिडेंट रामनाथ कोविंद जी. This was set up by Sangeet Natak Academy as one of its constituent units in 1959. In 1975, it became an independent entity. It was registered as an autonomous organization under the Societies Registration Act 21 of 1860. It was fully financed by the Ministry of Culture, the Government of India. Bharat Rang Mahotsav or the National Theatre Festival was established in 1999. It is annual theatre festival of National School of Drama. मतलब जैसे हम लोग एनुअल स्कूल डे करते हैं, एनुअल स्पोर्ट्स डे करते हैं, तो इनका भी एक एनुअल थिएटर फेस्टिवल होता है. वो है भारत रंग महोत्सव और द नेशनल थिएटर फेस्टिवल. It was established in 1999 and it is the annual theatre festival of National School of Drama. It was held in New Delhi. एक्चुअली भारत रंग महोत्सव बहुत सिटीज़ में ऑर्गेनाइज करते हैं. ये बहुत ही कलरफुल इवेंट होते हैं क्योंकि दे नॉट ओनली इनवाइट द डोमेस्टिक और द लोकल थिएटर आर्टिस्ट फॉर द महोत्सव or the festival, they will also involve or they will invite the foreign dignitaries or the theatre artists, established theatre artists from the abroad, and they want to showcase their talents and exceptionaries in this Bharat Rang Mahotsav. It's a very exuberant or beautiful festival you can ever witness. Today, it is acknowledged as the largest theatre festival of Asia, dedicated solely to theatre. In 2005, it was granted deemed university status, but in 2011, it was revoked. So I told you already, 2005 में इनको deemed university status मिले थे, पर ये revoke कर दिए हैं in 2011. So please remember which ministry it is under and which organization set up this, and please remember about Bharat Rang Mahotsav or the National Theatre Festival, which is like annual theatre festival of National School of Drama. It is conducted in many cities. जो भी नेशनल स्कूल ऑफ ड्रामा का इंस्टीट्यूशन विंग होता है, दिल्ली में हो या इन सिक्किम में हो या इन अगरतला में हो या इन बैंगलोर में हो, जो किधर भी हो, ये लोग ऑर्गेनाइज करते हैं. बहुत सिटीज़ में ये करते हैं टू शोकेस द थिएटर्स ऑफ इंडिया एंड अब्रॉड टू. सो ये है हमारी राष्ट्रीय नाट्य विद्यालय और नेशनल स्कूल ऑफ ड्रामा. बहुत ड्रामा चलते हैं इधर, वो आपको बहुत अच्छे तरह पता होनी चाहिए. सो लेट्स सी अबाउट सुब्रमण्य भारती. सुब्रमण्य भारती जी के बारे में हम पढ़ेंगे. अब ये क्वेश्चन है सुब्रमण्य भारती के ऊपर, एंड दे हैव आस्क्ड करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट हियर. फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज ही वाज अ पोएट, freedom fighter and social reformer from Tamil Nadu. Yes, he's a very inspirational and sensational social reformer, freedom fighter and poet from Tamil Nadu. His songs on nationalism and freedom of India, it helped to rally the masses to support the Indian independence movement in Tamil Nadu. तो उन्होंने जो songs लिखते थे वो that inspired the people to rally the masses to support the Indian independence movement in Tamil Nadu. जैसे हमारे रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर जी जैसे उन्होंने सॉन्ग्स लिखते थे एंड इट हेल्प टू रैली द मासेस इन वेस्ट बंगाल, उनको प्रेरणा देते थे, ऐसे ही सुब्रमण्य भारती जी का जो कवनाएँ होते हैं, गीत होते हैं, तो उनको उनसे इंस्पिरेशन लेके ये मासेस यूज टू गो एंड सपोर्ट द इंडियन इंडिपेंडेंस मूवमेंट इन तमिलनाडु. ये एक चेतना देते थे इन लोगों को, कि इंस्पायर करते थे हमारे मातृभूमि के लिए लड़ने के लिए. ये इनके सॉन्ग्स बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट रोल प्ले कर चुके हैं. He published the sensational Sudesha Geetangal in 1908. So this is also kind of a patriotic songs collection in this Sudesha Geetangal. So please remember all the statements are correct. So he was a great poet, a freedom fighter and social reformer from Tamil Nadu. His songs on nationalism, patriotic songs, freedom of India helped to rally the masses to support the Indian independence movement in Tamil Nadu. He published the sensational Sudesha Geetangal in 1908. So all the statements are correct. Please remember, the Subramanya Bharati is a very sensational figure in the lives of Tamil Nadu people, because they cannot take any word on him. Whenever you happen to visit Chennai or if you happen to visit any of the Tamilian anywhere. So please don't speak half knowledge about him, because he's well revered and celebrated poet and freedom fighter and also social reformer from Tamil Nadu region. So please be careful. So let's see here. He was born in Yettayapuram. So he was born in Yettayapuram village of Tirunelveli district in Tamil Nadu. He was a poet, freedom fighter and social reformer. He was also known as Mahakavi Bharatiya because his poems were tremendously inspiration for the freedom struggle movement. So Mahakavi Bharatiya करके ये पुकार देते इनको. So I already told you his songs on nationalism, freedom of India helped to rally the masses to support the Indian independence movement in Tamil Nadu. The literary works Kannan Pattu, Nilavum Vaanminum Kaatrum, Panchali Sabadam, Kuil Pattu. So look at the literary works he has written: Kannan Pattu, Kuil Pattu, Nilavum Vaanminum Kaatrum, Panchali Sabadam. So he published sensational Sudesha Geetangal in 1908. Sometimes in mid-1908, Bharati began to serialize Gnana Ratnam in his political weekly India. In 1949, he became the first poet whose works were nationalized by the state government. He was against caste system. He was a social reformer, so he was against caste system. He declared there are only two castes. One is men, the other one is women, and nothing more than that. He was basically against the caste system. He said there are only two castes. One is men, the other one is women, and there is nothing more than that. Above all, he himself had removed his sacred thread. He condemned certain shastras that denigrated women. He believed in the equality of humankind, criticized many preachers for mixing their personal prejudices while teaching the Gita and the Vedas. So please remember about Subramanya Bharati ji. He is Subramanya Bharati. So he was a very great social reformer. He had opposed caste system in India or in Tamil Nadu region. He said only two castes are there. The one is men, the other one is women. He had removed his sacred thread. He had condemned certain shastras which denigrated women. So he treated both of them equal. Men and women should be equal. There is no he actually condemned the shastras which said low about women, or which said you should give low status to women or something like that. He had condemned certain shastras which denigrated women. He believed in equality of humankind, criticized many preachers for mixing their personal prejudices while teaching the Gita and the Vedas. Please remember about his contribution. His songs were so powerful that it inspired the rally of masses who went for freedom struggle in the region of Tamil Nadu. He had written a great collection of songs, that is Sudesha Geetangal in 1908. He has written many famous books also. He is also known as Mahakavi Bharatiyar. तो इनके लिए बहुत बहुत इज्जत है तमिलनाडु के पीपल में, इनके कल्चर में. तो आप बहुत हाईली रेवर्ड बात कीजिएगा अगर इनके बाद में आएंगे तो. सो नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज अबाउट ध्रुपद. ध्रुपद के बारे में हम पढ़ेंगे. दे हैव आस्क्ड अबाउट इनकरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट हियर. तो ध्रुपद के बारे में हम पढ़ेंगे. Consider the following statements. It is the most ancient style of Hindustani classical music that has survived until today in its original form. Yes, very much correct. ये तो Hindustani classical music है and very ancient form. It has retained its original form even today. The nature of Dhrupad music is a non-spiritual. It is non-spiritual. It is wrong. Because the nature is very spiritual. ये ध्रुपद होते हैं बहुत spiritual, and non-spiritual तो very much wrong because it is spiritual. It does seeks to entertain and induce the feelings of peace and spirituality to the listener. So ये spiritual होता है तो entertainment का बात ही नहीं होता है. अगर spiritual होता है तो entertainment का कुछ नहीं होता है, तो दिस स्टेटमेंट इज ऑल्सो रॉन्ग. तो विच इज़ इनकरेक्ट, इट इज़ 2 and 3 आर इनकरेक्ट, क्योंकि ये ध्रुपद म्यूजिक होते हैं बहुत स्पिरिचुअल एंड इट ऑल्सो डजेंट सीक टू एंटरटेन और इंड्यूस फीलिंग ऑफ पीस एंड स्पिरिचुअलिटी इन द लिसनर. जस्ट डिवोशनल भाव होना है, वही ये ध्रुपद का ऑब्जेक्टिव है. So see here about Drupad, it is the most ancient style of Hindustani classical music that has survived until today in its original form. The nature of Drupad music is spiritual. It does not seek to entertain but to induce the feelings of peace and spirituality to the listener. It is primarily a form of worship in which offerings are made to the divine through sound or nada. Drupad was initially sung only in the temples, the singer facing the Lord. मतलब ये बहुत spiritual होते थे और in front of भगवान और in front of Lord only they used to sing or the singer used to face the Lord and sing in the temples only. ये बाहर में टेम्पल के बाहर में ये गाते ही नहीं थे, पर ये लॉर्ड के सामने बैठ के टेम्पल में गाना गाते थे. तो दिस वॉज इनिशियली फ्रॉम दिस अर्ली चैंटिंग ध्रुपद evolved into a sophisticated classical form of music. यही से ध्रुपद started to evolve as a sophisticated classical form of music, क्योंकि ये बाहर नहीं गाते थे और सिर्फ टेम्पल में ही भगवान के सामने मंदिर में वो पूजा करने के टाइम में ही सिंग करते थे. तो इसलिए ये बहुत ज़्यादा sophisticated form of classical music evolve हो गए. It lays emphasis on maintaining the purity of raga. That's why it has retained even the original form जो था पहले वही रिटेन करके आया है, क्योंकि it evolved as a very sophisticated form of classical music and it has kept or it has maintained the purity of the raga. The language of Drupad changed from Sanskrit to Brij Bhasha sometime between 12th and 16th century. तो पहले ये लोग संस्कृत को यूज़ करते थे अपने गाने में, पर बाद में ये ब्रिज भाषा में परिवर्तन हो गए between 12th and 16th century. तो ये features of this Drupad form. It is a Hindustani classical music. It has survived even today in its original form because they consider it as very sophisticated classical music, क्योंकि ये सिर्फ मंदिर के अंदर भगवान के मूर्ति के सामने ही गायक प्रस्तुत करते थे अपने प्रदर्शन, तो बाहर किधर भी नहीं करते थे, तो इसलिए बहुत सोफिस्टिकेटेड थे. एंड दे मेंटेन द प्योरिटी ऑफ द रागा, क्योंकि ये भगवान के लिए गाते हैं इसलिए. एंड इट चेंज्ड द लैंग्वेज फ्रॉम संस्कृत टू ब्रिज भाषा बिटवीन 12th to 16th century. इट इज़ एक्चुअली अ फॉर्म ऑफ डिवोशनल म्यूजिक. जब आप मंदिर में गाते हैं तो भगवान के मूर्ति के सामने गाते हैं, तो ज़रूरी होता है कि वो डिवोशनल म्यूजिक है. It traces its origin to the ancient texts of Samaveda. Samaveda ही इनका origin बोलते हैं. The Samaveda was chanted with the help of melody and rhythm called Samgana, gradually developed into other vocal style called Chanda and Prabandha with the introduction of verse and meter. पहले क्या करते थे, सामवेदा में जो वेदास में को वर्सेस होता है उनको मेलोडी और रिदम देके ये साम गाना गाते थे. बाद में इट evolved into the vocal style of chanda and prabandha with different contributions of verse and meter. मेनली आप याद कीजिए ये बहुत स्पिरिचुअल होता है इन नेचर एंड डिवोशनल होता है. इनमें जो भी एंटरटेनमेंट आप मांग सकते हो कुछ नहीं होता है, एंड इट्स प्योरिटी ऑफ रागा इज बेसिकली कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड ऑन दिस Drupad. The fusion of these two elements led to the emergence of Drupad. In medieval India, Drupad had mainly thrived under the patronage of Mughals and Rajput kings. It declined with the shift of interest in Khayal. पहले ये ध्रुपद बहुत पैटर्नेज लेते थे मुगल और राजपूत किंग्स के पैटर्नेज में, पर ये ग्रेजुअली डिक्लाइन हुए क्योंकि ये बहुत डिवोशनल होता है और एंटरटेनमेंट कुछ नहीं होता है. तो ख्याल बिकेम प्रोमिनेंट बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स एंटरटेनमेंट नेचर एंड लॉट ऑफ वेराइटीज़ होता है ख्याल में. तो इसके वजह से ध्रुपद का जो पैटर्नेज देते थे मुगल एंड राजपूत किंग्स बहुत कम हो गए और दे शिफ्टेड देयर इंटरेस्ट टू ख्याल. The performance of Drupad is done in two parts, Alap and Bandish. अब जब there is a Netflix series Bandits, तो आप देख सकते हो उधर आपको आलाप बंदिश इनके बारे में आप थोड़ा सा जानकारी उधर प्राप्ति होगी आपको, तो आप देखिएगा बंदिश बंदिट्स, इट्स वेरी ब्यूटिफुल नेट सीरीज. तो परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ द्रुपद इज डन इन टू पार्ट्स, वन इज आलाप एंड बंदिश. The Alap, in the Alap, singer uses syllabus from Sanskrit mantra. It adds texture to the notes. The raga is slowly and methodically developed into a meditative mode, क्योंकि ये होता है बहुत spiritual and devotional होता है. ये please don't underestimate it में इधर सिर्फ spiritual और devotional होते हैं, entertainment का कोई दिलचस्पी नहीं है, क्योंकि ये आलाप और बंदिश करते हैं. आलाप में अब संस्कृत मंत्रा बोलते हैं, उनको मेलोडी देके रिदम देके आप गाते हैं, and it takes you to the meditative mode. Please understand, Drupad is a Hindustani classical music. It has survived even today with its original form. बहुत spiritual होता है ये, क्योंकि ये entertain नहीं करता है, but it will induce to you a sense of peace and spirituality to the listener. It is primarily a form of worship, means you are offering yourself. The gana what you are singing, it is offering to the God. ये सिंगर्स जो गायक और गायकी होते थे, गायिका होते थे, ये पूजा मंदिर के सामने, भगवान मंदिर में सामने बैठ के ही गाते थे, बाहर किधर भी नहीं गाते थे. तो इसलिए ये बन गए बहुत सोफिस्टिकेटेड क्लासिकल फॉर्म ऑफ म्यूजिक, एंड दे ले अ लॉट ऑफ एम्फेसिस ऑन मेंटेनिंग द प्योरिटी ऑफ रागा. पहले बहुत सिर्फ संस्कृत भाषा यूज़ करते थे, पर बाद में 12th to 16th सेंचुरी के बीच में ये ब्रिज भाषा यूज़ करने लगे. And it's a form of devotional music. It traces its origin to the ancient texts of Samaveda. पहले क्या करते थे, सामावेदा का जो भी संस्कृत वर्सेस होते थे, उनको रिदम और मेलोडी देके ये गाते थे, एंड उसको साम गाना कहते थे. It developed into other vocal style, that is chanda and prabandha, with the introduction of verse and meter. The fusion of two elements later emerged into Drupad. Actually ये पहले मुगल और राजपूत रूलर्स के पैटर्नेज में बहुत फ्लरिश हो गए थे, पर क्योंकि बहुत डिवोशनल होते हैं एंड मेडिटेटिव होते हैं, उसमें कुछ एंटरटेनमेंट नहीं होता है, तो ज़्यादातर a patronage later on it went on to ख्याल, क्योंकि वो बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग एंड डिफरेंट सेंसेशंस होता है, इमोशंस फीलिंग्स इधर रिफ्लेक्ट होता है ख्याल में, तो इसलिए इधर शिफ्ट हो गए. Performance of a Drupad will be in two parts. One is Alap, the other one is Bandish. आलाप मतलब वो संस्कृत का कुछ मंत्र लेके उसको टेक्सचर ऐड करके, उसको रिदम ऐड करके फ्लो में गाते हैं, and it slowly develops into a meditative mode. So this is how they used to, very very devotional, and it takes you to meditative mode. ये ध्रुपद होते हैं, बहुत बहुत प्योरिटी ऑफ रागा को मेंटेन करता है. बहुत सांप्रदायिक कला है ये. So let's go to the last topic of the day, that is with reference to Kakatiya dynasty. ये Kakatiya dynasty के बारे में पूछे हैं, and they've asked for incorrect statement. They were at first the feudatories of the western Chalukyas of Kalyana, ruling over a small territory. Over a small territory near Warangal. The dynasty saw powerful leaders like Ganapati Deva and Rudramma Devi. It was under the rule of Rani Rudramma Devi that usage of Telugu inscriptions began. This is wrong and this is wrong. So it is 1 and 2 incorrect. Kakati Devi temple was built by Kakatiya ruler Ganapati Deva in Dharani Kota of Andhra Pradesh. It converted into an abode of local goddesses Balu Sulamma. So this was in news because Kakati Devi temple, which was built by Kakatiya ruler Ganapati Deva in Dharani Kota in Andhra Pradesh, it was converted into an abode of local goddess, that is Balu Sulamma. The presiding deity at the 13th century temple was Kakati Devi, the tutelary deity of Kakatiya rulers. That's why it has been in news, because the Kakati temple means The tutelary deity of this Kakatiya rulers temple has been converted to the local goddess ka temple, that is Balusulamma. तो इसलिए news में था. So Ganapati Deva is the first king who introduced the worship of Kakati Devi into the coastal region of Andhra and outside the dominions of his kingdom. So he was the first king. Ganapati Deva was the first king. He introduced this worship of Kakati Devi in the coastal Andhra region and outside the dominions of his kingdom. Architectural significance of the temple, that is the ceiling bears and decorations of lotus medallions and no shikara on its top. So there is no shikara on the top of this temples. The ceiling bears decorations of local medallions. These architectural features are totally akin to their counterparts. It is found in shrines at Hanamakonda and Warangal Fort. The 12th and 13th century saw the emergence of feudatories. Oh, okay, sorry, this is a correct statement. तो ये होता है सिर्फ, so you can, I am wrong here. It was correct statement, so it is 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So they were at first the feudatories of the western Chalukyas of Kalyana. They were ruling in the small territory near Warangal. The dynasty saw powerful leaders like Ganapati Deva and Rudrama Devi. In fact, they were first the feudatories of western Chalukyas of Kalyana, and they ruled just a small territory of Warangal. So आप सबको रुद्रमा देवी के बारे में तो पता है. So Prataparudra I, also known as Kakatiya Rudradeva, was the son of Kakatiya leader Prola II. It was under his rule that the Kakatiyas declared sovereignty. He ruled the kingdom till 1195 AD. It was under Prataparudra. Prataparudra के टाइम में ये काकतीयास ने अपना sovereignty declare किए थे. He ruled the kingdom till 1195 AD. It was under the rule of Prataparudra I that the usage of Telugu language in inscriptions began. Please remember, before the establishment of Orugallu or Warangal as the capital, Hanamakonda was the first capital of Kakatiyas. Please remember, before Warangal became the capital, or Warangal or Orugallu was established as the capital, Hanamakonda was the first capital of this Kakatiyas. They were first the feudatories of the western Chalukyas, and they just ruled over a small territory of Warangal. The great Italian traveler Marco Polo had visited the Kakatiya kingdom sometime during the Rudrama Devi's tenure as the ruler of the Kakatiya dynasty. He made note of her administrative style, admiring her extensively. Like during those days, being a female ruler, she was creating a lot of good administration in the kingdom. So Marco Polo was an Italian traveler who visited this Kakatiya kingdom during the reign of Rani Rudrama Devi, and he has spoken a lot of high about her and admired her administrative skills extensively. The iconic Kakatiya Toranam was built by Rudrama Devi's father in the 12th century. This ornate arch is said to have many similarities with the gateways at the Sanchi Stupa and is also the emblem of Telangana. See, this ornate Kakatiya Toranam was built by Rudrama Devi's father in 12th century. This Torana has some resemblance with the Sanchi Stupa, and this is now the emblem of Telangana. The scenic Pakal Lake in Warangal was built by Ganapati Deva. The 1000-pillar temple in Warangal was built during the Kakatiya rule and is another example to exquisite Kakatiya architecture. The Kohinoor diamond, which is now among the jewels set in the British crown, was mined and first owned by the Kakatiya dynasty. Under the Kakatiya rule, the caste system was not rigid, and in fact it was not given much significance socially. So look at the beauty here. Under this Kakatiya rule, the caste system was not rigid, and in fact it was not given much importance socially, it seems. And you should also remember the Kohinoor diamond, which is now in the British crown, was mined and first owned by this Kakatiya dynasty. Anyone could take up any profession, and people were not bound to any occupation by birth because the caste system was not rigid in them at all. The Kakatiya rule finally came to end in 1323 AD when Warangal was conquered by Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, the Sultan of Delhi. So please remember the Kakatiyas. The contemporaries of Kakatiyas were Eastern Gangas who ruled over the Kalinga region. Then you have the Hoysalas here, and you know the southern kingdom, the Sangam people. And you had the Delhi Sultanates, the Rajput kingdoms. Please remember Hoysalas were bordering them, and Eastern Gangas. So please remember about this great kingdom of Kakatiya. Remember, Italian traveler Marco Polo had visited the kingdom of Kakatiyas during the time of Rudrama Devi. He has written very high about her administrative skills. So Kohinoor diamond, which is now in the British crown, was first mined and owned by this Kakatiya dynasty. The caste system was in fact not rigid, and it was not given much significance socially. Anyone could take up any profession, and they were not at all bound by any occupation by birth. So please remember, during this Prataparudra one, they had started using Telugu language in the inscriptions, and it was under his rule that the Kakatiyas declared sovereignty too. First capital was Hanamakonda, and before then only we got the Orugalu or Warangal established. Remember about this Kakatiya dynasty. So please like and share the video, and press the bell button for further notifications and subscriptions. You can catch me live on Unacademy platform, and from 3 to 4 I will be there here at the Unacademy Articulate session, where I'll cover current affairs in news, art and culture. So thank you so much and have a great day.